Hello everyone, and welcome back to episode 4 of our show, The Podcast of Us. This is a weekly podcast covering all things The Last of Us, of course covering the TV show, but also revisiting and remembering the 2 games of the same name. Just to let you know that all previous episodes are available and linked below on the both Twitch channel of Mateus Players and the YouTube playlist. My name's Matt from Mateus Players, and I'm joined here as always with Drew from Drewdaism. Hello, Drew.
Hi, everybody.
And Nathan with no internet footprint to be seen.
None so far.
None so far. I'd like to say a big hello to everyone watching live. That's at 7:30 every Tuesday. And a big hello to everyone watching on YouTube. Really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you so much for your support. Really keeps us going and watching this fantastic TV show. This right here is your spoiler warning. We're going to delve into episode 4 of The Last of Us, titled Please Hold My Hand. This is your spoiler warning. If you haven't watched the episode yet, click pause on us right now. We'll wait 45 minutes because that's how long the episode's on for. We're going to wait. And then when you finish that, come back and come listen to our horrible opinions on this TV show. So, without further ado, sit back, relax, grab a cup of tea, and let's hear Drew, Nathan, and my thoughts on episode 4, again, titled Please Hold My Hand, at a runtime of 45 minutes. Take it away, Nathan.
Right, if I was to rewrite this episode, no, I'm kidding.
Oh!
No, like, overall thoughts, I enjoyed it. You know, they've switched things around with the game. Like, instead of Pittsburgh, we're in Kansas City. And Ellie's moment with the gun happens. It did happen in the hotel in the game. Now it's happening in the laundromat in Kansas City as well. This episode was very exciting. I thought it raised a lot of questions about Henry, which hopefully we can get down to what was actually going on with him. Maybe we'll find out next episode. I don't know. Yeah, we also got a bit of background about this new Kathleen character. So, new character, new on the scene, separate from the games. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I'm keen to see where it goes.
Very well said, Nathan. Drew, what were your thoughts? Immediate thoughts, please.
Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I've got some notes and issues, but nothing bad. It was very much story orientated about Ellie and Joel, which is what we really wanted. I think the ambush scene was fantastic.
Agreed.
Like, it really got me going. Like, even though I know what's like happening, but I was like, oh, I don't know. Even though it's like you've played the game and you watch it and you almost know what's happening, you still get very much like involved and invested in it. And you just like, I don't know, they're doing it very well with the filming and the cinematics of just gripping you back in. It's yeah, it was great. Like Nathan said, they're obviously talking about Sam and Henry now, which obviously we won't go into much, but they are in the game. But they're also, I can't remember if there was much of a backstory in the game about Sam and Henry, but they're definitely developing. They're on the run, aren't they, from this Kathleen? They're hiding from this Kathleen. And Kathleen's turned up, who is a new character, and I really hope she's an horrible bitch. I love a good baddie. I think that's one thing. I think that's the one thing The Last of Us game and hopefully a TV show will bring, but there's never really a good baddie. There's never that sole bad guy who's just an horrible git.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, actually thinking about it, I was thinking.
There's one really bad one coming up.
There's like a real bad one coming up.
I think in my head, the only other thing about the bad guys is like part 2. I won't go into it much more, but there's this character called Isaac, and they portray him all the way through the second game as like a real horrible. And I was so excited about Isaac, and I was really keen to like watch him do his work being an horrible git. And yeah, it was very short-lived.
To say the least.
Quite disappointed, yeah.
So are you hoping Kathleen steps into Isaac's shoes?
Yeah, I just love a really good baddie. Like, and
like
there was hope there.
That surprises me about you, Drew. That surprises me about you.
But no, it's good when you got real when someone you just love to hate, and there was already elements there when she obviously went back. It was like, "Will the doctor save him?" They're like, "Nah, And she's like, right, no need for you, Dick. Dead, out. Benito. I was like, yeah, there's sparks there. And I hope she'll be a good character. I'm really excited for it. So, but yeah, other than that, I've quite enjoyed the episode, to be honest. Not getting a bit annoyed over the severe lack of clickers.
Well, can I at least say what I thought of the episode, Drew, before we go into a cheeky little...
Yeah.
I liked
Owned it,
it.
mate.
I liked it. Didn't love it. I think, what are we on, episode 4 now? Episodes 1 and 2, fucking loved those. Really did like those. We all know my feelings about episode 3. If you don't know my feelings about episode 3, I'd highly recommend going back and listening to our episode 3 podcast. Little link way there. This one, I liked it. I liked it. It was great. It didn't hit me the same as episodes 1 and 2. But I like that they're both keeping, for example, the ambush was more or less a shot for shot. And I love that. It's like, oh my God, you guys are so good at this camera work, this cinematography and this mise en scene that I'm seeing right there. Absolutely lovely. And even going as far, Nathan hit on it a little bit as well, that they're changing how characters are kind of reacting to certain scenes as well. We'll get to that. We'll get to that as I kind of explain what's been happening. But yeah, there's just some really nice kind of continuations of how the characters acted in the game and how the characters act on TV, but then just how they're swapping it out ever so slightly, not enough to like completely take you off a completely different path. They're going to have to take a path at some point. But I liked it. Yeah, I liked it. Didn't love it. You think there should be more clickers?
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I do think, even just like having them in the background.
Yeah. Yep.
Like having a cup of tea. Extras, just in the background, or some reference to them. But we've only really had one running with a clicker. There's loads more about. And like, even they ruled it out when they went camping. I was like, we're not worried about that. It's like, nah, it's too remote for infected. But why is it?
But why?
But why is it? Can't we just have a couple floating around? Just like, because if that's the case, then just set up camp remotely.
Why isn't everyone camping? Why isn't everyone bushcrafting? And yeah.
Have a great time.
Everyone loves camping. I love camping.
I just really like the clickers, and there's that element. And I worry they're going to ruin it now with the blows, because the next time I'm going to see infected, this bloater coming out of the ground. But yeah, I would just like a few more clickers. Like I said, I did enjoy the episode. I just feel it was quite slow.
Mm-hmm.
It's getting quite slow.
Necessarily slow? Would you argue that they've kind of sped run a bit of it up to this point, and now they're kind of starting to find their pacing a bit better? They've given us 4 episodes now, so they've given us enough backstory now. So much so there wasn't any flashbacks in this episode, Drew. Did you notice that?
There wasn't.
No
any flashbacks.
So I think they've kind of they've done their foundation of story, especially with this episode. Joel opened up to Ellie about what him and Tommy and Tess were doing before Ellie was even born, and they just gave us a lot of just background information about what everyone was doing at what certain points. And I think they've done that. It's foundation. We know the story. Joel knows his quest now, I think, and I kind of hope as well that they're finding their pacing in telling the rest of this story.
Yeah. I'm still concerned that they've only got 5 episodes left,
and rightly so. You should be concerned.
And how are they going to do it all? But, hopefully, if they there's definitely potential there. If they're going to keep on doing like hour and a half episodes here and there, that's going to be great. But yeah, no, it's good. Nath, are you concerned? What are your concerns, Nathan?
Oh, we're going concerns, are we?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going with the shit sandwich.
Should we do a run through?
Are we doing a run through? Yeah, go on.
I can do a run through. I can do a run through.
Episode 4. Let's try and stick to the program, that I keep on going way off track of.
No, you're fine.
No. It's all good. Fine. I did like in this episode, and it kind of started at the start and ran through as well. I am all for shit jokes, and there were plenty in this episode.
I knew it. I'll be like, Nathan is writing that one down right now. It is ridiculous.
That's actually my joke book. I kind of lost it and picked it up 20 years later.
Of all the jokes to make Joel laugh at the end, that was the worst one.
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, There were a couple of bangers in there, but
So a couple of slappers in there, a couple of slappers.
in there, which I thought would have knocked Joe a bit more than the jeans one. But,
Would
fair
have kicked him on his ass a bit more, but no, it's fine. It's fine.
yeah, I mean, I've definitely got time for the Christmas cracker groaners, and they were all over this episode, so I love that. The magazine scene was in that as well. So just after they get gas initially, they make their way over to Kansas City, and Ellie pulls out one of Bill's old Hunk magazines. And yeah, that was a funny scene. Joel,
I also learned in this episode.
Oh, go on.
That,
You have a feeling?
gas,
You had a funny feeling?
gas
Go on.
and petrol degrades over time, so it's not as effective. Never thought about that. Of course it does.
Oh, I thought.
yeah.
Have you,
Is that why in Days Gone
did you buy a lot of
the
petrol?
petrol runs out so quickly? I have filled up, mate.
I have so much petrol in my house right now. It is
Do
against
not
the law.
smoke a cigarette in my flat because we will go up.
I learned a new way to siphon petrol in this episode.
Yes,
Because
exactly.
I've only ever known it that, I don't know, whenever I siphon petrol all the time, I drop down, get on my knees and give it a good suck until it comes out and then just let it flow, you know? Like,
I know how to do it without sucking, but I didn't know how to do it with the
blowing.
other thing. Yeah, but the blowing technique.
So one tube was blowing it, putting pressure into the tube, like basically mimicking the sucking action of the other tube, right? Or pushing it through.
I think he was blowing air into it, so the liquid would only have one way out, and that one way out being the other tube that was emptying it out. It's a bit of the old pressure.
I think gravity takes place.
And gravity takes over, baby. But yeah, I thought it was really cool. I was like, how are they gonna? I was like, they always siphon it. They always use their mouth, and they always go, "Oh, petrol tastes disgusting." So I'll stop drinking it then, mate. It's very Moorish, I know, but you got to stop drinking it. But I think it's a really cool way to, siphon petrol. I think it was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was good. And on their journey as well, towards Kansas City, I loved all the landscape shots as well. Like, I just love the CG shots of the countryside, like kind of decayed roads, and
That's not CG, mate. That's actually America.
That is.
that's how much they pay attention to their infrastructure.
That's Biden, mate, doing that.
And yeah, no, like it was the bridges and just all look very genuine and all look very authentic for something that was just left there.
Do you know what I
mean,
wish? Sorry, Nathan. I'll let you finish your point. Go on, son.
Oh no, I was just gonna go on and say because Ellie said that she was really hyped to see tanks as well, but when she actually saw them en route, I think she saw the tanks decayed and left there, all kind of piled up together, and you can see in her face the enthusiasm went out. It wasn't as glamorous as.
Because Joel didn't let her go in one. Joel didn't let her go. If I want to see a tank, I want to sit in one. I want to sit in that tank. Hell yeah, love tanks. Tanks are cool. Anyway. Do you know what I would have? Do you know what I really liked? Would have really liked. Joel was in the car explaining the time that he had with Tommy and when the infection happened and when they met Tess.
Yeah.
Personally, I would have preferred that time to be episode 3.
Oh shit!
And have that as the flashback of episode 3 of Joel, Tommy, and Tess, because I just think it would have given us more of an immediate payoff of this is Joel and Tommy's relationship. This is what Tess meant to Joel, and now she's dead. This is what Joel and Tommy are now going to reminisce about when we hopefully meet Tommy later on in the episode. I just feel like that could have been maybe a bit of a better episode, a bit of a better flashback.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see it. I can definitely see that. Yeah.
Yep.
I think so.
And that was it. I was sitting there going, this conversation that Joel's having right now is great. His character's developing. He's talking to Ellie about his past. These guys are going to bond. But I was like, oh, don't explain this to me. Help me visualize it with like a sequence of images and pictures that happened in the past, maybe. Like a back to the like a flash in the past, you know, like a flash in the pan in the past, like a flashback. Oh, like a flashback. That would have been
motherfuckers.
Yeah,
I think Joel was definitely trying to be cagey about his background, especially with Tess to Ellie, and I'm thinking whether he didn't really explain why him and Tommy weren't kind of together anymore. Like, yes, he went off to the Fireflies initially, but Joel was with him, and then they were in their own little group with Tess and Tommy and other people as well. Joel doesn't really touch on why they separated ways, and it'd be good to see what kind of reception Joel's gonna get when they meet up.
They must think they're all fucking nuts.
Probably.
Do you know what I mean? They're all sitting there filled with hope, thinking that there's like a cure and all that. It's like, this shit is boring. I'm gonna go have a cup of tea with Bill and Frank.
This ain't it, Chief. I thought it was quite a nice line that Joel popped down as well. It was like talking about family and families are worth it, and you got to do it for your family. And then he kind of like looks over at Ellie and he goes, your cargo. It's like, oh God.
Cargo. Don't forget that. Like, just because you told me a joke, it doesn't mean you're not
If
cargo.
I could fit you in my backpack, I would. Okay, you are cargo. I'm taking you from here to there, and that's it.
You are cargo that tells shit jokes. That's all you are. That's...
And he's given her a gun now.
I mean, God, you've jumped a bit. God.
Sorry.
I was going to talk about. They've done a bit of camping. They pull over, done for the night, done some camping. Ellie's heard about Starbucks, and Joel's making a nice pot of 20-year-old coffee, which I don't think I would even consider drinking that in a post-apocalyptic world. I don't like coffee now. I wouldn't drink coffee then.
I'd trade one of you guys for a bag of coffee.
For a sachet of instant latte. Sachet latte.
I'd trade one of you guys for.
You wouldn't. You'd be like, we got coffee here, and you'd be like, but have you got the machine to make it frothy? And they'd be like, no. And you'd be like, your business is not no good here. Go away. So don't sit there and be like, I'll trade you for a bag of coffee. No, you wouldn't. You'd be like, have you got your trades for a frothy machine?
That's more like it. No, that's more like it.
Yeah,
and maybe some Nescafe capsules, maybe.
I'd human traffic for a good coffee machine if it was 20 years into that.
I'm clipping that for later use. Yeah, absolutely. Yep.
Andrew Nate over here.
Just don't be surprised when it comes, that's all.
Oh, what made me laugh about this scene was that Joel's worried about the light and the smoke from the fire attracting raiders.
Yeah.
But then turns on the world's biggest lantern in the middle of the night and it's like, yes, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's the smoke. It's
it's night time.
Yeah, but no one goes out to the woods, Matt, because it's too remote and safe.
You're telling me you don't know how to make a fire without smoke? I know how to make a fire without smoke.
I don't know how to make a fire without smoke.
Oh.
Have we got a?
This is content. This is content.
This is going to be a. This is content.
This is content,
It's
right?
going to be a Patreon special. How we would do it.
Yeah.
In the forest.
Action, Nathan. Rah, rah.
You can't be here, Nathan. It's remote. Go click elsewhere.
Put that coffee machine down.
Has anyone seen my frother?
Just unloading necessary supplies to make space for the coffee machine. That'd absolutely be what I'd do. We don't need this rope. That won't come in handy. Don't worry about it.
First aid kit? Not here, not anymore.
I was offended that Ellie said smells like coffee smells like bird shit. I was like, how dare you?
Absolutely. I 100% agree with that comment. 100% agree with that.
What part was you offended by? But like, that coffee shouldn't smell like bird shit, or bird shit smells like coffee?
No, I mean, it does smell like bird shit. I do get where she's coming from. But I was just like, coffee is such a valuable resource. Oh my God.
Coffee smells. He's just got shit coffee.
You watch Ellie be addicted to coffee in season 2.
I think she'll be addicted to something else in season 2. What's up?
Something else as well, just in that when they make the journey from the campsite, where Joel's like, look, we've got a long journey ahead. You might want to catch some sleep. And Ellie's like, I'm not even tired. And then like, the next scene, she's like mouth open to the side, like,
we've all done it. It's all happened to all of us. It's incredibly relatable.
that did make me laugh. That was a good shot.
But then they get to the crammed tunnel, and Joel's a bit nervous. So I thought, oh my God, raiders are going to attack him here at the tunnel, because it looked very clear on the tunnel. As he looked under the truck, very clear. The tunnel was completely clear. It was just this truck blocking it. Get that. So then they decide to take a different route and end up getting lost. Why didn't they use the other tunnel that was next to it?
I didn't see. Was that blocked? Wasn't that blocked as
I
well?
no, we didn't get a good look
Is
at it.
that a thing?
But I can only
Is that
imagine.
actually a thing?
Yeah, there was underneath. There was an underground tunnel, and then there was another one just on the other side of the railings. I don't know if it was blocked. I don't think we got a good look at it. I just thought, maybe weigh up your options and have a look at the other side of the tunnel.
Have we got photos at all?
Go a bit British on this bad boy.
I suppose it's whether they can get the vehicle. Well, I mean, I suppose it's the guardrails that are a problem. So they're going to have to drive until there's not guardrails. But on a highway like that, it might be several miles. I don't know. It sounds like he found a fairly short way around anyway.
Yeah,
Well,
that ended in the ambush.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh, I'll just take this ramp," and then that was that.
I still think he could have just drove around it without using the roads.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd already done a bit of off-road, didn't he? Like into the field and trees. So
also, if you want to be inconspicuous, how about like you beat the car up a little bit instead of driving around an absolute fresh bodyworks car?
Because Frank and Bill built that car, Drew. Their legacy lives on through that car. The car that's now been smashed through a window. Oh, yeah, well, yeah. But, no, fair enough. That's fair.
It's just like, if he leaves it on the side of the road, someone's going to be like, well, that's fresh.
Of course, someone's doing well.
Yeah, someone's about.
Hasn't he done well?
They're still making cars. Shit.
He must have restored this in the remote areas, because that's the only safest place he could have done this.
Absolutely. Yeah.
This time.
Let's go look over there next. Yeah. Sounds like a good idea.
I just think you could be a bit less inconspicuous. He was a magnet to raiders, and they'd be like, "I want his fresh car. It's lovely bodywork." Well, he just drove it through a shop window anyway.
Yeah.
What was his alternative, really?
I really liked the ambush scene. I loved it. I loved it in the game, and I really liked it in TV. And that's mainly because I was, again, lucky enough to be sitting in the room where family members haven't seen the game, or potentially watched the game but forgot it, because it was 2013 the game came out. Quite a while ago.
Yeah.
But I think it was my dad's reaction of this dude was like, "Oh my God, help me!" It's like, "Oh, help me!" And then Ellie was like, "You gonna help the guy?" And Joel's like, "Put your seatbelt on." And goes towards this dude, runs him over. I look over at my dad, and the dad's just like, "What the fuck?" It's great.
I like it as well. Joe was like, "Why did you drive at him?" It's like, because I did the exact same thing. Like, 5 years ago.
Yeah.
I was like, "Yeah, that's some old shit."
I wrote the story on that, bitch. I wrote the procedure.
But yeah, I really like this whole ambush scene. It was very well done again. Brilliant to see it again. A very good rendition of it from the game as well. From dropping, what was it, the cinder block from the top? I could never time that. I couldn't time that to land on a moving vehicle, but it did. And they crashed into the laundromat, and it was brilliant. Everyone's panicking.
You kind of felt the panic, didn't you? Like as you're driving, you don't know where you're going, because Joel was commenting saying like he couldn't go right. He's like, he can't go the way he wants to go, and suddenly he's just speeding down a road that he doesn't know where anything is. He's got a cracked window. I'm not surprised he drove it into the laundromat, man. That's a tense situation.
I would have handled it quite well.
Go on, Drew. What have you done?
I crashed.
No,
you wouldn't have crashed.
Nah.
Damn, you done better than me.
Cinder block comes down, smashes the windscreen.
You just
worries.
You jump on top of the vehicle, punch it out of the way before it hits the car.
Important thing to do in those situations is not to panic, okay? See, and also you got to keep moving. Don't crash into it. Don't go, "Oh, there's a laundromat. Crash into there." End of the road, mate. Of course you're not going to go anywhere. So you keep moving, kick out the windscreen. Ellie's got a gun. We don't know this by now, but that would have been a good time about, "Hey, Joel, I got you. I've actually got a gun." We have 30 seconds of arguing.
Give me
we're doing a fucking gun ticket.
Mid panic and fight. Yeah. I can't believe you brought a gun.
The Raiders fight. This is outrageous. And I'll be like, but it's useful. We'll look back on this one day and laugh, and we'll just go out of there. Easy.
Ellie and Joel are arguing, and one of the bandit guys is like, "Hey, motherfuckers," and Joel's like, "Hey, we're not done yet."
Yeah, we're kind of having a thing over here.
We're talking here.
I would have pulled
Yeah,
over and
yeah,
gone,
no, I-
gentlemen, do you know where fireflies are? I'm after
So
the
happy you're here.
I'm
I'm so lost.
finally. Someone should smash my windscreen. I don't suppose you've got a spare one kicking around, do you?
I suppose you have a mint condition windscreen for a pickup truck.
You look like the
But I
kind of guy
seem
who would.
I seem to have drove into a flying cinder block. I just don't know what it.
It jumped out at me.
But I did like that scene, but I would absolutely would have handled it.
It was intense. What made me laugh was Joel was like calming Ellie down, like, look at me. He was like, they're not going to hit you. You're an NPC, Ellie. They physically can't see you. They won't ever shoot at you. They will only shoot at me. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all right. We're on episode 4. If you die, it's over. They ain't going to kill you now. We're just at the beginning. You'll be fine.
You got the script for episode 5, right? You got the script? We're
Yeah,
good. We're good.
yeah.
Don't worry about it.
You see that guy? He doesn't even have a name. He's fucked.
Yeah, he's not even in the credits.
Yeah, no, we're fine.
He auditioned for Raider 1 and Raider 2.
But Raider 1 was already done. He got 3. He got Raider 3. He's so not on camera. He's in the next episode as well. You just don't realise it.
Very similar between the game and the I mean more so Last of Us Part 2, but they did introduce to when you killed an enemy like a bandit, then if his mate found him, he'd be like, "Oh, you motherfucker," or whatever it might be, like Bill, or he'd like make some sort of comment to like know that you've killed his friend, and they did that here, and that was that was a nice touch.
Who do we think that these raiders? Because these raiders, they were part of Kathleen's mob, weren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whose mob do you think this is the start of the? Is it the WLF in part 2?
I mean, from what the game said, I don't think so because the WLF is in. It's in. I don't know.
They can walk, Nathan.
God, Nate, they've
We've
just got a new
come from
truck.
Boston.
Yeah, I mean, they'll have
We've
to.
come from Boston to Kansas City, mate. We ain't in Kansas anymore, Dorothy. That would have been their opening line when new members joined for WLF. They'd be like, "They ain't in Kansas anymore, Dorothy." Hilarious.
They definitely have to fill in some big gaps there, but you never know.
They got 7
They're gonna
years.
have to
That's 7 year time.
set up the second season somehow.
They are pretty kitted up for people that aren't, and they've wiped Federer out of this area.
But yeah, they kicked Federer out of the city.
I
So
didn't
yeah,
even
no,
think of that. That's so cool. If they are. These are like the founding members of the WLF.
Yeah.
FL, whatever they are. Oh, mate, that'd be so cool. But do you know who's not a member of their party now? And that is Brian. Poor Brian, man. Tries to kill Joel. Tries to kill Joel. He's
is that the one who was squirming around?
Yeah. Tries to kill Joel, and then Ellie crawls out from a little hidey hole, gets the pit. She first goes for the knife. I was like, yeah, go for the knife. Easy kill. He's got you back to you. Get like an assassination on him. Like, it'd be great. I think that'd be really cool. Now brings out the gun. Bam! Shoots him, but not even a kill shot. Poor bloke. Oh God.
Do you know what I also liked about it is when obviously Joel got free and took the gun off her. He was like, "I don't really see this. Go back into the wall." I also like how he opted for the knife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even hear the gun go off. I was like, oh, he used the knife. Bullets are so expensive.
He's just had to stash one gun for lack of bullets. He ain't about to stash another. He ain't got a safe house around here.
Yeah.
He can't stash guns.
And he
went for the
doesn't-
knife, silent kill, more personal. Watched the life in his eyes fade away. But came out, not a drop of blood on him.
He didn't pick up his rifle again. Was he out of ammo? He didn't pick up anyone else's rifle or ammo. Not enough crafting in this. I want crab walk crafting.
He wouldn't have had time to loot backpacks, but going on about crab walking crafting in this episode, I appreciate I'm jumping possibly a bit far on again, but I do like the fact how they are incorporating that into this, where he's helping her through vents to get through, and she has to go and unlock doors.
Yeah.
I'm loving that. I'm here for all of that. Even when she crawled through that wall to go to hide from him, and he couldn't get through, so she had to go and like, open up the door for him. I just love it. I love it all. It's great.
You love a co-op.
Such a nice
You love a
touch.
co-op.
I love team bonding. I love team bonding games. I'm such a team player. You guys know this. Yeah, I'm here for it. I'm here for a lovely time.
I've got another idea of what Drew's like in Warzone. He's giving it the all when he's got the advantage and his gun gets taken away from him. He's like, we can be friends. We can be friends. We'll be fine. We can be friends.
I'll tell you where they are. I'll tell you where they are.
One's on the roof. One's across the road.
I've got a property machine. I've got a property machine. Just let me go, lad. All right, please.
I do like that. I do like that Joel went savage on Brian, man. Brian needed to get wrecked. Oh, like when Ellie was hiding behind the wall, I was like, you better polish off Brian. Not in that way. It was enough.
Bloody hell.
Episode 4, Nathan. Talk about episode 4. Thank you.
But no, I was like, yeah, like I'm glad he went savage because it's like he's proper survivalist. He is a bit of a savage, so you need to show that. I'm glad he went for the knife. That was nice and personal there.
It was just such a for me. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too far. I just felt it was a subtle touch. I was like, but it's nice. Like, yeah. You did. You chose a knife, didn't you? Dirty bastard. Yeah.
You dirty.
Yeah. You're making a smart choice, aren't you? Yeah.
I wouldn't have done that. I
Smart
wouldn't have done
choice.
that. Yeah, I would have punched him. Yeah.
I would have shot him at least 3 times and missed the first 2. Yeah.
Okay, Ellie, you've learned how to shoot someone. Now to stab someone, right? Now you put it.
I liked that Ellie
on.
didn't say her line from the game. I liked that here. The line, her first shot in the game was, I've really shot the shit out of that guy, didn't I? I like that she didn't say that in this. And that, well, as far as Joel concerns, that's Ellie's kind of first kill or the first bit of harm that she's done to a human at least, not including the guard outside the QZ. But I like that it plays a lot more on Ellie. At the end of the day, she's a 14-year-old holding a fucking gun, shooting people. In the game, it was just very much like oh my god, LMFA, all right, I just shot the shit out of that guy, didn't I? And at the time, playing the game back in 2013, I was like, she's so quirky, I love it. Oh god, she's such a badass. But now I've grown up ever so slightly. And it's playing a lot more on her mind, even so that Joel even like confronts her about it and like kind of apologizes to her, saying you shouldn't be in that situation. I'm sorry.
I thought it was a bit of the opposite. I thought that the Ellie in the game was more affected by it than Ellie on screen. Because like I felt that like she was joking about it, but you could tell that was her defense mechanism to kind of make jokes about it as she's, like it seems like there was a bit more kind of like a child's innocence. You should never, like, a child shouldn't be shooting people, obviously. And yeah, I don't know, like with this Ellie, it seems like she was startled by the whole situation, but she doesn't seem as
calm
affected.
about it.
Yeah, it doesn't seem as affected and oddly calm. It's either kind of like being startled and kind of, I just expected more of a reaction from someone in that situation. Like, she doesn't have the background Joel has. She has been protected all of her life, pretty much, apart from a few select incidents. She seemed to be okay quite quickly after as well, and then start making quips but making quips without the actual, like, oh, I'm fine again, woo, and it's like, okay, all right. No, I felt the Ellie in the game was a lot more kind of.
I get you. Yeah.
You saw Ellie get taken from, like being an innocent child, kind of dragged into the kind of savagery of,
using the comedy and the puns as a coping mechanism and that kind of aspect of. I like it. Yeah.
It kind of felt like Ellie on screen is a bit kind of like, been here before. Pop, 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 pow, pow, pow.
Holding it to the side, active reload, pulling off trick shots.
It's like, let me just get a breather. Where's my joke book? And then it's just kind of like, okay, all right. So I mean, maybe she's just a bit less affected, or is how to do it. But yeah, no, I thought there'd be a bit more of she'd be affected by it more. But again, maybe not. I don't know. It's hard to gauge. Yeah.
I like that we disagreed there. I think it's great, Nathan. Thank you.
I would have just dusted it off, but I was Ellie.
How'd you mean?
Happy I'm out. Do you know what I mean?
You know what? I've had a nice day. I've been camping.
Yeah.
I've been in a car.
Some shit coffee. I've been in a car. 2 days in a trot. I've been in a car. Best days ever. And now I've shot a gun, and I'm a shit shot. So now I'm not taught how to shoot. Not trusted that yet. I've been told how to hold a gun. Not shoot, but how I can hold a gun.
We're playing hide and seek. No worries.
Yeah.
It's all, yeah.
and I've called for a wall, having a great time. Kathleen's mob.
Yeah.
Hmm.
We get introduced to
Um,
Kathleen next. Yes.
Who's the bearded guy, and why does he make me feel so safe?
I mean, that beard. I mean, that is
glorious
a solid
beard.
fucking beard right there, isn't there?
He's
Jesus
his
Christ.
age, so he could look after you.
That guy is a soldier. Like,
Absolutely.
I reckon he is
Oh,
team
yeah, yeah.
Kathleen all the way, and he's going to be such a cool character. He's going to cause Joel and Ellie some issues. He's going to be, because he's already found Sam and Henry, which we'll get to in a minute. And he also seems to know what's going on underneath. Something's going on underneath.
If
But he,
Joel and this dude don't have a fist fight in the rain, I'm gonna
Yeah.
be so upset.
oh yeah, oh
He doesn't have to like say a lot. You just know he's just capable. He just does it. And he
he's
also,
just got such a presence. I
yeah,
feel like, I want to be his mate. I reckon he's going to be a great mentor. He's going to be my new hero. I want to know if he's been in something else because he looks familiar.
Mm.
I'm very drawn to this.
I think I'm just seeing
character.
Olive Drab in every post-apocalyptic thing. I see Olive Drab and go, he looks familiar. She looks familiar. Is it just the clothing? They all look...
Who the hell's Olive Drab?
The Olive Drab is like the colour of the t-shirts and jackets they wear. It's like that kind of the army green.
Oh, I thought it was Popeye's girlfriend.
olive
No,
oil.
no, but now I want fried chicken, so sod you. I'm hungry.
I love
Damn it.
Olive Drab.
Olive Drab clothing. You never heard that phrase?
No, I'm not a nerd.
Oh,
Sitting here doing a
Oh.
podcast about a game adaptation.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Well, you Google Olive Drab when you got free time from being the non-nerd that you are with your bikes and your beards and stuff.
he doesn't. He just takes orders as well because he tried to.
He's a soldier, mate.
Oh yeah, he's a soldier.
Cool.
Yeah. He's definitely not. He's not like the. Because I initially thought, oh, he's like the second in command thing, which he might be from the hierarchy, but it doesn't. It seems like Kathleen's calling the shots,
Yeah.
and there's no like, don't question it. Like I'm doing this, kind of like the way that she killed a doctor. Like you know how
They're
valuable doctors
so
are.
expensive.
They're probably not that valuable though.
What?
Doctors?
Doctors, yeah.
What?
What,
You?
killing them, aren't they?
I'd expect that from Nathan, saving baristas before doctors in an apocalypse. Okay.
Whoa! I'm not saying baristas aren't valuable. I'm just saying like, it's not exclusive, right? I'm saying doctors are also valuable.
No, it's
and
doctors.
shame on
It's
them for
doctors or
not giving that-
baristas. It's one or the other.
If
Shame on
doctors
them
were
for
so
not giving that.
valuable, Nathan, they would have cured it by now, wouldn't they?
Well,
There you
no, but obviously for stuff obviously for getting injured and keeping their work for like their community like alive and well, obviously except from the infection. That's crazy how you can just chuck away a doctor like that when all you've got left is soldiers. But yeah, no, something she's definitely really like I'm going in this direction because the doctor guy said like I delivered you, obviously known him all her life, and he's also a doctor. But despite that, when she went outside and realized that he wouldn't be able to cure dead people, he gets it. So something, yeah, Kathleen knew that he didn't. He's hiding Henry or something. This is what I'm a bit confused about. Is I'm not too sure what the relationship is between that guy and Henry, or even who Henry is, because Kathleen addressed Henry to the entire crowd like they knew who Henry was.
Yeah.
So
He's on the run. Also, you go back about how she just like off this doctor, like nothing about it. Like pulled up a dead guy. Can a doctor save him? And he was like, no. So she went off and shot him. Now, if that was me, if I was in a doctor saving mood, I may have gone. Anyone else want to see him before I off him?
Anyone got
Anyone
a cough?
else got
Anyone
a
got...
tickly cough?
Cramps, anyone?
Because I'm about to. No, he can't bring back the dead. Fucking waste of
They
space.
go back and read his diary, but it's in doctor's handwriting and no one can make it out.
Oh yeah.
Just a prescription pad.
Yeah.
It's just a flick book of an animation of just him getting shot in the face.
It's really detailed.
It seems like Henry killed her brother. That's what I'm getting from this, right? Am I right?
Who's her brother?
I'm not too sure.
Or she did allude to her brother dying in the cell, but she's killing people to get to him and basically
reckon
mobilizing everyone.
I reckon the doctor was a Fedra doctor.
Oh yeah.
So her brother got caught, captured by Fedra, and he was like going nuts in a cell, and obviously this doctor didn't save him. Are they also now blaming Henry and Sam on the dead bodies? Do they think? 'Cause obviously, I don't know Joel and Ellie.
Oh, they
They must-
100% have done that. Yeah. 100% done that.
Oh yeah. No, because they were saying like, oh, it must. Kathleen was thinking anyway. She suggested it might have been mercenaries hired by Henry.
I didn't in the games. I didn't think Henry had that much swing.
No, he wasn't. I'm not. They were after him, but I don't think there was a. I don't think there was a
We didn't
reason
find out why.
No, I don't think so. There might have been a note somewhere that explained it, but I think it was just like you're in the wrong neighborhood kind of thing. Anyone who's in there gets killed. He was just yeah. So here it seems like he's an established person. I don't think he's likely going to be ex-Fedra though. That seems. I don't
No, I
know.
don't think he is. I think the doctor's ex-Fedra. I reckon
Yeah.
he's just wronged them in some way. Like he's gone, oh, we should save the doctors. And Kathy's gone,
You fucking what?
Deliver me. Well, yeah.
And I took that
doctors'
personally.
lives matter. Doctors' lives matter. And she's like, I've had enough of him. Get him, safe bearded man.
Can I admit something?
Oh,
From seeing pictures of Kathleen, I was kind of I judged a book by its cover. I know we shouldn't do it, but secretly we all do it, and I really did imagine like a gruff kind of like experienced voice, a bit like a voice that like seen a lot of shit.
I'm glad you brought this up.
Yeah,
Continue.
a bit like I'm Kathleen, I'm Abby, but not quite Abby. And then she spoke, and I did let out a little giggle. Like,
She's Rose.
Is this how she speaks? Is this her? Now I've never known this actress in anything else prior.
So you've never seen 2.5 Men?
Nope.
Right, because she's just got this really soft, gentle voice.
Yeah, and I thought
it's
this
just
really
gross.
doesn't go with what I've already imagined in my head. But the more she spoke and the more she went about doing things, it started to grow on me a little bit and like really unnerve me that this is the voice that she has, and she has just killed a doctor looking for two people. I was like, oh my god, it didn't quite. It weirded me out at first to hear how she spoke, but then just like it's like
a bit unsettling.
Yeah, it's very
like
unsettling, and it's like this is how I'll talk in front of the entire group, and then this is how I talk in front of people that I'm interrogating. It's like, oh god, yeah, this is fucking awesome. This is hopefully going to be a really good baddie that
Dylan.
Drew's gonna love.
He's so sexually attracted to her by the season episode 6.
Oh god.
Oh god.
One episode later. Oh god.
I love the horrible ones.
My mama warned me about women like you, and I hope she was right.
Interrogate another one, please. I know what you mean though. Like it was a really nice. Like she's got really like. It's like when she speaks, it's like, oh, she's nice. I kind of like imagine like a nursery teacher or something.
Oh, I've hurt my knee. Can you put a plaster on it? What do you mean you haven't got any plasters? What do you mean you shot all the doctors? What do you mean?
Some doctors first. They useless.
But yeah, someone who's like smart and rational and just like focused and pissed off, and in that position where you're top of the chain.
That right
That's a
there
dangerous
sounds like a
person,
Tinder profile to me. I don't know why.
Oh.
Ruthless. I'm pissed off.
in control of Kansas City. Come at me. But yeah, like I do. Yeah, I mean, she's definitely some of her decisions as well. I'm kind of like when the lieutenant guy and her go down to the whatever this room was.
His name is Perry, by the way.
Perry.
Perry.
I don't like that name.
I've lost all respect for Perry.
Perry. Oh,
Yep.
I think Perry is the voice actor for Bill in the games.
Oh.
okay.
I think.
He's not in our Discord, Nathan, so he can't be that important.
No, sorry. So yeah, right. So it's the guy who played Tommy. Sorry. So Jeffrey Pierce, the guy who played Tommy in the games, will play a new character, Perry, in the series. So yeah, it's the guy who voiced Tommy. That's the actor.
Cool.
Maybe that's why he makes it feel so safe.
Yeah, he's got that voice on. Maybe I don't know.
I'm a big fan of his character. I haven't seen a lot of him.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't know if I need to about it. Thanks. Don't know if I need to talk to my girlfriend about this.
This character, Perry, he made me feel things in my tummy.
I mean, we're good. We're good, but if I meet Perry in real life, then I'm just saying.
Everyone's got a
We have
list.
to get our boys, yeah.
You show me what that beard do, Perry.
What that beard do? Oh, for God's sake.
I don't know. I'm a bit confused. It's episode 4. I'm a bit confused. What's
okay.
going on?
It's okay. It's okay to be confused.
With when they were looking in that storage room, whatever
What
was
that
under
beard do? Sorry.
that, whatever was under the cracked floor. I feel that's a bloater. But
Oh, I thought it
it
was,
is.
I thought it was going to be
Stupid.
Gears of War. I thought locusts were going to
Gears of
start
War.
popping out the ground.
It's obviously going to be the blowout. And it's
Oh, yeah,
a bit
yeah.
silly. It's a bit silly. I don't like it.
And Kathleen's like, don't worry about it. And the lieutenant's guy's like, we should probably tell people. Why are you not telling people? Like, I know she wants to focus on Henry, but that's a reckless decision,
I'm really
surely.
excited to know what Henry has done to these people. That she is actively ignoring a subsidence claim underneath the room that they're currently standing in. She's like, nah, we need to get Henry. We need to get Henry. It's like, this floor is moving.
Do you think they know what's under it?
Nah. I'm really excited to know. I'm excited about a lot of things. If anyone in this universe has ever come up to a bloater, if anyone has ever fought a bloater before, they know there's clickers, there's stalkers, they know there's runners, because it's a couple of years that they need to make to like develop into those things. But has anyone ever seen a bloater? Oh, I'm so excited!
I think they definitely knew it was something bad because the way that they were like, fuck.
What, they hear the music?
What is that? They seemed to know what it was.
Obviously, they're going to know it's bad. Even in this day and age, if we saw a moving floor, you'd be like,
Where's Henry?
that's bad.
Yeah.
And he's like, do you think we should check this out? She's like, no, this is fine, Henry. So I think maybe we should, like, you've just killed the last Doctor. Maybe we should just have you got a stick? Maybe we should just put it on the stick.
Yeah. Have you got a structural
You must
engineer?
have.
Oh, you've shot the structural engineer as well. You've got a really weird way of doing things, haven't you? You've got...
Another thing I did, I was thinking about, you know, when Joel was showing Ellie like how to use a gun, how to grip the gun and stuff like that, and they were looking out the window, and Ellie was pointing out the tall building, the apartment block that they're going to.
Yeah.
First, Joel said that they're sweeping through the apartments, and there's, they're going to find him there, and then they decide to go. Joel's like, "Oh yeah, we're going to the tall apartment building where they spent the night, or the tall office block, whatever it was." I mean, what do you think of that as a choice of place to stay? Because there's like, once you're up there, there's one way in and one way out. Like,
I got the impression that they was when there was a peek through the window, the raiders were already searching that building. So he was saying once they clear it, then they're going to go in.
oh, is that why? Yeah, because I was thinking like, why
yeah.
are you going to that? Because like, are they trying to get a vantage point? Because once you're in, like, that is a risky place. There's no way out if they're there.
But that's the impression I got. They was watching them raid that building.
Oh,
And then
once they move on,
they move in because they've already checked it.
That makes sense. No, cool, fair enough. I think you solved it. That sounds good.
That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm here.
It picks up on the things we don't, and that's good. That's good.
I could be completely wrong. In next episode, episode 5 will turn up and they'll all be sitting around him like, fuck. I swear they cleared it. I swear.
So
you heard all this broken glass everywhere.
yeah, they make their way up, and Joel and Nelly have a bit more of a heart-to-heart, and Joel kind of apologizes to her, saying you shouldn't have had to do that. And she explains to him that it wasn't her first time maybe causing harm to someone. And as the TV audience, I think you're meant to think about this as like with the infected that she encountered in the basement of the last episode. But for the gaming people who have watched it, I think it's going to delve more into what happened between her and Riley. That'll be coming in a couple of episodes' time, which I thought was a real nice kind of... Again, you don't need to have played the games, but it's these nice little Easter eggs and stuff that they throw in, and these one-off lines that would totally go past you. I like it. I like that.
Do you think now he found out that she's killed before, and he's like, well, how about you start pulling your fucking weight a bit more, mate? Like, I've been trying to protect you. But why didn't you open with like, look, my KD's sick. Like, I'm doing all right. And also, if I get bit, I'm good. Like, I've got a good KD. Put me in, coach. I'd be like, what? Here's a gun. Probably teach me a few things, mate.
Yeah.
I'd be pissed.
I mean,
Stop pulling your weight a bit.
She did ask Joel, like, have you killed innocent people?
Yeah,
Yeah,
And I
like that
mean,
one.
like, there's only two answers to that: no and
a,
yes.
a silence.
Yeah, you can't. It can't be like, have you killed innocent people? And Joel's like, yeah, these stairs were made in 1963. So you know, this architecture. Wow. Anyway, yeah, time to go. It's like, dude, don't be silent. Just lie. You know what I mean? Like,
You're gonna lie later.
like,
Just starting out. Get a
yeah,
good lying
20
foundation in.
20 minutes ago, she was cargo to you. Just lie to her. It doesn't matter.
Shut up, backpack. Oh, she didn't even
You're
pack
just
the
a
good
gun with
torch.
legs at this point. You're just a gun with legs.
She didn't even pack the good torch. Still got that rubbish torch, the long one. Where's the right angle torch, man? Ah!
I don't know when he's going to pick it up.
Well, he's lost his backpack. He left his backpack back at the crash. He hasn't got a backpack
When are they
at the
going to
moment.
find one? Because he needs one. If I was Joel in this TV show
on.
with Ellie
Yeah.
in like the universe, I would be walking around spending most of my day going, "Do you think she'd notice us? Which that's torches." You think,
Yeah, but you.
and, like, what's she going to do to me? Like, if she see me kill 3 people, what's she going to do? Like, I'll take the torch and I'll just tell her to fuck off. Like, I'm older, I'm smarter. Piss off. This is now my torch. Consider yourself lucky. Keep your personal belongings close to your chest, and don't let people take advantage of you.
And give me a
I'm
torch.
keeping this torch as a lesson.
Keeping this torch.
I just nick it. It would honestly play on my mind so fucking much because he's such a good torch. I want one.
Well, it's your birthday around the corner, mate. I think I got you sorted.
Thank you. I'd appreciate it.
I've got
I'd
you
wear it
some-
every day.
I know.
I'd wear it every day. Actually, I might look at some for work tomorrow. See if we can get some.
We don't wear backpacks at work.
Oh, you
No,
do
We're
now.
going to start wearing backpacks, aren't we? Oh god.
We've got tactical torches, mate. Now I can have a tactical right angle torch.
You work with backpacks and you inspect trees only at night.
Only at night, crab walking.
And you know, I crab walking, grabbing spanners. And
I mean, like you guys joke, but there's some here for like 50 quid. I could.
I think
Screw
I think
fix.
I bought one for Oriana for her Back for Blood cosplay back at Comic-Con a couple of years ago.
Right, I've got one here for 20 quid. I could definitely convince work.
Yeah, I bought one of these.
As
before.
long as I can convince my manager to watch this show, give me 6 months.
6 months. You heard it here first, guys.
6 months.
keep us updated.
Yeah, I will. Sorry. I've gone off topic a little
That's,
bit.
that's very unlike you. No, they make their way to the top. They smash through a window. Does Joel smash the glass on the floor, pick it back up, put it into a box, and then put it back on the floor again? At this point, I understand why he's potentially done this, but it's what it looked like
It's
to
a
me.
good point.
Yeah,
I think
I
he,
think-
smashed a glass into a container, didn't he? And then he picked up the container and then
but
distributed
he pushed
No.
through it. He pushed through it with a fire extinguisher, so it's already on the
To
floor.
get in. Yeah, he pushed through his fire extinguisher to get into the place
Yeah,
to pick up the
and
trash
then
can.
did he go?
so-
Oh, who's put all this glass on the floor? Better pick this up.
Ah. I mean,
he was more strategically placing it, but I mean,
Yeah.
equally, you could just do that with your boot.
I
Or
mean,
like,
the glass,
yeah, go on, Nate.
the glass did fuck all anyway.
Yeah,
You don't know where they came from. I
And-
mean, we saw with Kathleen that Henry and Sam, they love a fucking ceiling.
they do.
Oh,
They love a
to
ceiling.
be fair, they are hiding. They could have been in the same area, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who sleeps
They
in
might
the
be the ones
line
that
of
lock the door.
sight of the door of the window you just smashed? Go around the kitchen. Someone could
True.
look through and go, "There's no point stepping on that glass." Bang, bang. You like?
True. Yeah, I mean, they could have, although like, they could have just pointed their gun through that lovely little hole he smashed through and
Yeah.
just two banged them.
Yep.
Just pop, pop.
Pop, pop, drop them. Go through there, Lodi. Done.
Don't care if you hear me stepping on glass because you're already dead, bitches. Side note: how comfy did those little makeshift cushion beds?
Not very.
Yeah, that
Not
looked
very.
nice.
No, but after sleeping in the completely safe remote woodland with no clickers or infected or people, they look pretty
But
comfortable.
why are they not just keep them on the
I
sofa that they're on? I feel like I'd sleep a lot better on a sofa than I would on the floor. With,
And the guards wouldn't be able to see them from the door to shoot them.
Oh yeah, I was
Ah,
I
fair
was
play.
thinking that like when they were camping, I was like, I'll sleep in the pickup, thanks, not out here on a sleeping
Yeah.
bag,
The
like
bugs,
open
mate.
air. Yeah, I'd feel so exposed, like in a non, Last of Us universe, let alone like
The
what
bugs
little.
that would be crawling in that sleeping bag would have been a
Yeah.
joke. That whole journey in the pickup truck afterwards, it wasn't a breeze block going through their windscreen that made them crash into. It was them scratching their faces from their insect bites, obscuring their vision. That's what it was.
Oh,
The Raiders didn't
God,
need to do
what an
anything.
image! What an
It was
image!
just all the bites and all the insect bites, all the midges. Like, oh fuck, I'm so rashy. And Raiders like, I I could just save a perfectly good cinder block here and just I'll pick them up afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, why not just smear food on your face and like let foxes wake you up in the morning?
You telling me there's not bears anywhere?
Nature's alarm clock.
Speaking of wildlife, there's bison kicking about. On the drive
Bison?
at the very, very beginning of the episode, they're driving past and they're driving past huge wildebeest bison, huge things,
Oh,
big
Did I completely miss that?
meat on legs. Why have they not been eaten yet?
Oh, why have they not eaten that?
Why have they not eaten that yet? They're all worried about supplies and stuff. There's literally cows out in the field that they haven't eaten yet.
Yeah,
I would have noted that and been like, coming
Like
back,
they-
get these guys, take them back to Bill and Frank's.
yeah, they eat grass, so you can take them with you. Do they just
And
eat grass wherever they go?
I was like, who's cutting the grass? And then my mum did make a good point. It was the cows that we just saw the shot before. I was like, damn it!
No, that's a solid point. To be fair, no, she's done you right up, mate.
No, she done me right up, and I was like, oh, I can't bring that up on the podcast, but I can't have to now. Yeah,
Does she
admit
want a
that,
spot on the podcast? Does she want a spot?
I think so. I think she's coming in now.
Hi guys, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Oh, here's my mum. Oh, damn it.
Resident bison expert here. How's it going?
Resident grass expert. So the last joke Ellie says before they go to sleep.
Ugh.
Did you know diarrhea is hereditary? Because it runs in your genes. Oh, and this was the one that broke him.
Yeah,
This is the one that got
I-
him.
I think with this type of humor, as I know too well, it's not that the jokes are funny. It's just that you break down their defenses psychologically so that they don't have any strength left not to laugh, and that's how it works. So that's why the initial jokes didn't have an impact. But Joel, he just couldn't put his barriers up after a stressful day, and it got to him.
Got him.
And,
The
yeah,
tiredness
I feel
got to him.
I feel that.
Do you know what I found annoying? Is that when she said, "Do you know diarrhea?" What was the joke?
Is
Say that again.
hereditary? Did you know diarrhea is
Hereditary.
hereditary?
I thought it was going to be because it runs in the family,
I thought that as well.
and I was upset that it runs in your genes better.
I feel betrayed and I'm upset. My day is ruined.
Yeah. And now I understand why the writers never emailed me back. So I'm upset about that. But yeah, and then that was the episode. But also, and then they go to bed, and they wake up, and Sam's on top of them.
Well,
some
yeah,
weird
but-
tribal stuff on his face.
Ellie
What's-
also noticed that Joel's losing his hearing in his right ear,
Yeah, do you
That
know
was-
what?
which is
I
why he
completely
only
skipped over
which is
that.
why he only sleeps on his right side. So when he wakes up, he's on his left. He's sleeping on his good ear, which means he doesn't hear everyone sneak up on him. Which also kind of hurts me a bit that we won't get any hearing vision from Joel because he's going deaf.
Is that why in the games he always uses his left ear?
Whoa, I don't want to go that far into it, but I know you
I'm
obviously.
joking.
he-
I'm completely clutching the straws on that one.
Well, I mean, he
Nothing
uses
fair enough.
hearing a lot in the game, but I thought they're going even further from the game there. That instead of having 20/20 hearing, that he can hear a pin drop from 400 meters away, he's going deaf in his right ear that Ellie notices, and that's why he always sleeps on his right side with his left ear
Yeah.
pointing up. And this time, when Thingy and Thingy jump him, Sam and Henry jump him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like Sam and Henry got the drop on Joel and Ellie this time, where in the game, Joel and Ellie jump into a window in a room that Sam and Henry happen to be in, and then Joel just kicks the shit out of Henry,
Yeah.
thinking he's like a bandit or something like that. And Ellie's like, Joel, stop it.
Do you mean?
GG, he's done.
He's done, GG,
Um,
well played.
But yeah, no, I think I think there's going to be a great Sam and Henry here. I'm really looking forward to it. They look the part.
I like the
Sam's
crayons
even
they've
got
got
his-
across their eyes.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sam's painted up like a superhero, ready to go, ready to bust out some moves. Yeah, man, it's going to be good.
And is Sam or Henry the eldest? Henry's the eldest, isn't he? I
Henry's
can't
the
imagine
older
they'd be
boy.
going after Henry being the youngest.
I prefer it, to be honest. I prefer it.
Henry's the oldest, and Sam is deaf in this.
Yeah, I was going to say this is on episode, the trailer for episode 5. Sam
Absolutely.
is.
Oh, he's left.
Yeah,
Yeah, apparently. That's the impression they give in the trailer anyway.
Ah.
from the subtitles
or
and
the
the.
actor who plays Henry just loves using his hands for like inappropriately.
Maybe he's got
I
very
mean,
good
I-
hands.
I'm wondering, like, maybe they've had to. Is it like definitely deaf, or are they just because they're being sought after, and so
We don't know,
not
Nathan.
making noise.
It's just a teaser trailer. It's just.
Oh, they
it's
haven't.
Just
They
get to
haven't.
talk about it. It's just get to talk about it. So we watch
Yeah,
the
no,
episode,
no,
and
no,
it's
fair enough.
fantastically.
Yeah, no,
So if you want to find out, you'd have to watch episode 5.
yeah, no, I will.
So-
Don't you worry about that. I'll watch it this Friday when it comes out early.
Oh,
Thank
he's
you.
beat me
Oh,
to
yeah.
it. Only on HBO,
Oh.
not on Sky though. Oh,
Yeah, thank you.
Are you joking?
Oh,
no,
wait,
only,
what?
only on HBO, not on Sky Atlantic.
No, I reckon it will be on Sky.
I've had a look.
Must be.
Mum's had a look. The fourth member has had a look.
Oh, fucker.
What? I was about to say thanks, Laura, for raising that. But is it not on Sky?
Not on Sky.
Oh.
I mean, it's on Sky, but sad. It's on Sky Sunday.
Why?
Which means, do you guys watching the Super Bowl?
8 hours ago, Last of Us episode 5 dropped early in UK following surprise HBO news.
On HBO.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, HBO's not in the UK.
There you go.
HBO is the US public service.
The Last of Us episode 5 to drop early in UK.
Yeah, if it's
Following.
dropping, yeah. If it's, okay, yeah, if it's dropping in the UK, it will be on. Sky.
It'll be 2 a.m. Friday night. Oh, sorry, Saturday morning.
I'll have a look. Not that I don't believe you.
Yeah.
No, I don't
Well, yeah,
believe
no. HBO is specifically US. You can't get HBO in the UK.
Yeah,
It's
but
just that
we
Sky
get it.
provides HBO services.
Yeah, Sky Atlantic is when it goes live on HBO. In America, it goes live on Sky Atlantic.
Oh.
Look, we'll give it a go. So what? So what we're saying? A Sunday podcast?
I can't do this weekend, unfortunately.
I didn't expect a twist.
At the absolute push like that, I could probably push for a Monday, but then everyone knows to meet past 2 on a Tuesday.
Yeah, we can. I mean, we can do it normal time next week, I suppose. But I mean, people definitely watched it by that time. I'm guessing.
I'm reading.
Yeah,
I'm reading.
I'm down.
Saturday, 11th of February, from 2 a.m. on demand and advance. Monday, the advance of its linear premiere of Sky Atlantic. Oh, okay. No, I see it. Yep, I see it. 2 a.m. on a Sunday. Oh, Saturday, sorry. Wow.
That's cool.
To be honest, I can do Monday or Tuesday. That's probably better for me.
Well, there we go. You see.
Nice.
So,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
make sure you check out the episode early. That is episode 5, titled Endure and Survive. Oh. Oh! I want some more
Just
action.
literally-
I'd like some action. I'm getting some
you know-
action. I just want a little smidgen more, a little smidgen more.
We're not gonna get it though.
Oh,
I'm geared up because that was a good episode.
Yeah.
But I know what's gonna happen next episode.
go on.
What's
It's gonna
that?
be a half-hour fucking flashback of Sam and Henry.
Oh, no, he's not wrong. No, he's not wrong at all.
The whole episode. The episode is gonna start with why Kathleen is after Sam and Henry, and then the last 15 minutes are going to be the indication of Sam. It's going to end with Henry and Joel going, "Hey, and that'll be it.
Hey!
Oh, I hope not.
Oh no,
It's gonna be.
he's
It's
100% right, isn't he?
I mean, that would call. I mean, like if they do that, that is a bit of a pacing issue because you're kind of staggering. You're kind of like stop, start,
Yeah.
start, and from a viewing perspective, is a bit annoying because you just want to get into it. But if they keep on stopping to pause to be like, oh, and then this
back and
happened.
do the
5 years
flashbacks.
ago.
This is my argument with flashbacks. You've got a good little cliffhanger there. Like is Sam sitting there going shh to Joel because they've gone pinned down, and now they're just going to completely ignore that for like half or 3/4 of the next episode, and then we'll take ages to get back to the action, and there won't be enough time for any action. And then what will happen is the end of episode 5, sorry, end of episode 5, the bloke will go out the ground.
Do you know how long the next episode is?
No, do you?
Yep.
Oh,
Go on.
50 minutes.
That's shit. It's a flashback episode.
Oh no. Oh, he's right.
No.
What's it called? What's episode 5 called?
Endure and Survive.
There you go. It's about Sam and Henry enduring their time through this little group, and now they've got to survive.
Join us here next time
mean,
at
hopefully
2:30.
I'm gonna have a lot of time to make a lot of fucking notes.
He is.
Tell
Oh,
me,
he is. Yeah, he's the whole weekend's going to be an angry rant.
I'm off next Monday and Tuesday as well.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
oh no.
I'm kicking off, mate. Oh,
So,
Christ.
if you had to sum up this episode with one sentence, Nathan, to put you on the spot, what would your sentence be for this episode?
I love the ambush, son,
Oh,
and the coffee.
ambush coffee.
Ambush coffee. Yeah, that's it. That's my review for this episode. Ambush coffee.
Thank you, Nathan. Drew, if you could sum it up in a sentence.
Not enough clickers.
Oh, very good. Very good.
Clickers.
Mine
Because they're only
would
there in
be
spirit.
different, but in a good way. Oh, different but the same in a weird way.
But in a good way.
Different, but the same.
It reminded me of saying, I don't. It reminded me of saying Friends, but I can't put my finger on it. What it is different. Yeah, but in a good way.
But in a good way. Wonderful, guys. Well, I shall wrap up our podcast here. This has been the Podcast of Us, episode 4, for the episode Please Hold My Hand. Thank you all for sticking around and listening. If you have enjoyed yourself, please do consider following, liking, and subscribing. You all know how to do this. We've all been on the internet for quite a while now. Please do join us next week for our thoughts on episode 5. Endure and Survive. That'll be on 7:30 GMT time at twitch.tv/MatthiasPlayers with a later upload, of course, on YouTube/MatthiasPlayers. Thank you very much, Drew, for joining me.
So thank you all for watching and listening. But Nathan, did you just post all those photos to Discord now?
I'm just doing it. Yeah, I'm doing it.
And thank you, Nathan, for joining us and posting the pictures at the end of the podcast.
This is background stuff, Drew. This is behind the scenes. How dare you? How dare you shine a light on what goes on in the background? We're supposed to be professional. Jesus Christ.
And if you've got the timer right there today, 8:55, about 10 photos of.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate. Don't know what you're talking about. Ignore the next one to come through as well. Anyway, are you gonna sign us off? Are you gonna get it right this time?
Yeah, please do sign us off, Drew.
On me.
Please do sign us off.
If you mess this up, Drew, I swear to God.
Oh no! I forgot what it is. What is it?
This might be. Go on.
This isn't the last of you, but it is the last of us. Goodbye.
Wow! I leave a little bit of a pause there so I can cut that out. But no, that was better. I don't think I've ever heard it correctly, actually. So I'm not entirely sure what the original even was. But no, well done. Well done.